Hey there, I'm Samantha Salmon, a certified integrative nutrition coach and brain health licensed trainer. And today I want to shed some light on a topic that affects millions of women worldwide, and that's stroke risks. It's crucial to understand the risks associated with strokes so we can take action to protect our health. And recently, I read an article that basically was saying young Black women like myself of childbearing age are increasingly at risk for stroke. So I wanted to dive in and do a series of videos on this and what we can do. And this is the first of that series. Now, if you're interested in hearing more topics like this, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. It helps not only you stay abreast of all of the new videos that we put out on this channel, but also it helps other people on the YouTube space get to hear more about what we're doing over here on this corner of the internet. So let's dive in. Did you know that stroke is the 5th leading cause of death for women? In the United States, 1 in 5 women between the ages of 55 and 75 will have a stroke. That means if you know 4 other women, right? You're a woman and you know 4 other women, one of you all in the group will have a stroke between the age of 55 and 75. And like I said, they're saying even women around my age, and I'm 36, are increasingly struggling with this. Now, these numbers may be really surprising, but the good news is that 4 in 5 strokes are preventable. And by being proactive, we can significantly reduce our risk of stroke. But first, let's clarify what a stroke actually is. Think of it as a brain attack. It occurs when blood flow to a part of the brain is blocked or when a blood vessel bursts within the brain. Our brain cells rely on oxygen-rich blood, and when they're deprived of it, they can die. If you're experiencing a stroke, right, if symptoms are showing, and definitely Google it, the CDC has a list of symptoms to look for, you want to make sure you take action fast, like within the first 3 hours, because that's when treatment is most effective, right? But on this channel, we talk about prevention. So let's first look at what puts a woman at risk for stroke. One of the main culprits is high blood pressure. And as you know, it's also called hypertension. And we've talked about this, I think, on the podcast before. I definitely did a talk in Florida at Alcala Veg Fest about this, about how specifically, again, young Black women of childbearing age are struggling with preeclampsia and complications because of hypertension, and they're, pregnant. So they're having issues in the delivery room and through their pregnancy because of issues with hypertension. So shockingly, more than 2 in 5 women have blood pressure equal to or higher than 130/80, which is high, or they're taking medication to control it. However, only 1 in 4 of those women have their blood pressure under control. We need to take this seriously and work towards maintaining healthy blood pressure levels. And there's a lot that goes into blood pressure. So hopefully you've listened to some of my old content and reading the information on my blog about what to do. But honestly, the answer to all of these things is pretty much the same, and we're going to get into it towards the end. Now, another factor that increases stroke risk is age, and that's because women tend to live longer than men, and so we have a higher likelihood of experiencing a stroke over our lifetimes, right? But also, what factors into age with a lot of these preventable illnesses is that toxins and bad habits, they catch up to us, right? The more we're around, the more accumulation that happens in the body. Additionally, certain factors unique to women can contribute to stroke risk. So for example, like I mentioned, the high blood pressure during pregnancy, certain types of birth control, especially if it's combined with smoking, right? Definitely don't smoke. If you have an issue getting off of that addiction, you need to be in some kind of program because it is shortening your lifespan and making it really dangerous for you to have a quality of life. Also, high rates of depression can also play a role in stroke. And so our mental health is like, it's a life or death situation when we're talking about things of that nature. When we talk about mental health, low mood, having negative thoughts overwhelm your mind, all of this needs to be looked at. Black women in particular face a higher risk of stroke compared to non-Hispanic white women or Hispanic women in the United States. Shockingly, almost 3 in 5, these stats are getting worse and worse, almost 3 in 5 Black women are diagnosed with high blood pressure, which is significantly higher than white women. They also have higher rates of obesity, diabetes, and smoking, all of which further increase the risk of stroke. Now, the situation going on with the smoking, I know in particular that mint-scented cigarettes, though that product is being specifically targeted to the Black community, and it is a higher likelihood of folks being addicted to that, which makes sense because it's mint flavored, right? We're all used to mint and like mint from our toothpaste and stuff like this. The things that these companies do is quite insidious, you know? But Black women aren't the only ones that need to be paying attention. I mean, obviously, women all over, like I said, are at risk, but also another group that's at greater risk is Hispanic women. Stroke is the 4th leading cause of death for Hispanic women. High blood pressure, diabetes, and obesity are also prevalent risk factors among that group. And so it's crucial that we pay attention to these factors and take necessary steps to prevent strokes from happening. So as you can see, a lot of these issues are very much related, right? Obesity, diabetes, blood pressure, stroke, cardiovascular health is really at the base of all of this. So how do we prevent strokes? One of the main risk factors is high blood pressure. So it's essential to, first of all, monitor your blood pressure, know what your numbers are. And then if it is not at a healthy level, you need to do something about that, right? So that means making healthy lifestyle changes, like keeping your cholesterol low, making sure you are following just a healthy lifestyle for your heart and your brain, right? Your cholesterol low, the blood pressure healthy, don't smoke, all the things we mentioned before. And what factors into a healthy lifestyle, from my perspective, and I think it's pretty widely accepted, you want to eat clean, move with joy, and drop the stress, right? That's the framework that I take my clients through. You want to eat a balanced diet that includes foods low in salt, and a major source of salt is chicken. When you go to the store and buy chicken, they're injecting it with salt because salt retains water. And if the chicken is injected with salt and it's retaining water, it makes it heavier, so you end up paying more, they get more money. But there's so much in that chicken, even besides the salt, that's really working against you. Also, you want to make sure to eat foods rich in fiber. Chicken has no fiber. Animal products have no fiber. You can only get fiber from plant foods, okay? Fiber and water is what's going to keep your body not only at a good blood pressure level, but also keep excess fat very low, because you're pretty much cleaning out the colon, cleaning out toxins, and the best way to get that is with a high raw vegan diet. Also, you want to be mindful of having regular physical activity, and I think this plays a major role in mental health, right? Which we've talked about before on this channel, that with regular physical activity, you are less likely, less prone to have low moods, anxiety, depression, these types of things. And like we said earlier, this stuff is factoring into stroke risk. It's also really great for brain health. I mean, all around. You want to maintain a healthy weight, keep your heart and blood vessels in tip-top shape. And if you have if you have other health conditions like diabetes or heart disease, you want to work to reverse all of that, right? And all of that can be reversed with a healthy lifestyle. Just like I said, eat clean, move with joy, and drop the stress. So by taking these steps, you're actively working towards preventing strokes and safeguarding your health. And together we can create a healthier society, one woman at a time. Each time we see a woman thriving in her life, it inspires 10 more women to, do something with their life to get healthy and also become leaders in their community. When you get healthy, you are already becoming a leader for people who look like you, for people who work, live, and play around you. You become a beacon of light for them of what's possible. So your health is in your hands. Take action today, reduce your risk of stroke, and live a vibrant, fulfilling life. That's what I want for you. And I know that's what you want for yourself, or else you wouldn't even have made it this far in the video. All right, so if you are interested in taking action and you need some support, I am here to help you. I have a link in the description to this video where we can jump on a call for a 20-minute coaching call to help get you started and jumpstart your road, your path to a stroke-free life, right? That's what we're all working towards, to shore up our bodies, to give it all of what it needs to be its healthiest, most vibrant self, where all of these issues that are plaguing most people in our country become a very small percentage to even happen to us, right? We don't have 100% control of everything, but there's a lot that we do have control over in terms of our personal actions, our own habits. So I'm here to support you. Make sure to click that link in the description. And thank you all for joining me today. Until next time, take care.